How's it going, fellow traders? It's Magic Trader here, and this is the CFTC report for December 18th, 2018. Here were the positions that were held by the institutions as of that date. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. It's that time of the year again. This will be the last video I'll be producing until after Christmas, where we'll probably do another video before New Year's Eve hits us. But for now, let's focus on the CFTC report, the latest data, and what it tells us in terms of the positions and the directions that the institutions will push price. So here is gold, and we know that the data that we gathered from the CFTC has been instrumental in giving us an indication as to what direction gold was going to move in. Okay, now if you remember and you've been following these videos for some time now, you'll know that ever since the summer when price was down here, we were looking at the positions of the institutions and we had a very good inclination that price was going to head up like this. Okay, also by looking at the technicals, we knew that there was a very good chance that we were going to get a move up like this. And so far that is what's taking place, and that's great. Because what I am getting ready for is to start looking at taking shorts from up in this area to ride price lower. So let's examine the positions held by the institutions currently. Alright, what we can see is over the last few weeks we can see a decline in shorts from 177,000 to 106, and during this same period we see that longs have gone from 168 to 182. So you know, it's slowly went down and then it went up. So the reason why longs aren't doing anything special except for helping to facilitate this move to the upside is because what I believe is going to happen is when price gets up here, we're going to see a big drop. So they would only be adding longs to help facilitate that move to the upside. Furthermore, if we take a look at short positions, okay, back here at the middle of the summer and just leading into fall, we can see that they were very heavily short. Okay, but at the same time, take a look at their long positions. Okay, so once price gets up here, where are their long positions going to be? Okay, I believe once price gets up here, we're going to start to see them increasing their shorts again back up to these previous levels. Only this time they won't be as long as they were the last time these short positions were aggressive, because I sense that what's taking place is a setup for a bigger move down like that. So the data is really supporting this thesis of mine, and I'm going to be ready to trade this one to the downside. And now we take a look at oil. I mean, we called the drop from these highs here perfectly to a T. Alright? And now I was expecting some sort of a push up from this area, simply because of the overexposure to the long side. But I mean, if you do consider where we used to be back in May to where we are now at the 500,000s, they have taken a lot of profits on long positions. Only thing is, I'm expecting a much larger move lower on oil. And so if that is to take place, we'd expect shorts to be, or longs to be, a little bit less than what they currently are. Nonetheless, I believe what is taking place here is this. We're more likely than not going to get a reaction from this area down here. Okay? That's where I believe we're going to see a move to the upside. At which point what they're going to start doing is shifting their focus from long to short. Now we can see that if you take a look at where short positions were in comparison to where they are now, you can see that there's been a big increase, right? To the point where shorts are starting to get aggressive. But I think this is going to increase even more so in the coming months. Okay, many months. Okay, because I think what's going to take place is eventually they're going to push price back up, where they're going to be able to accumulate more shorts, and get out of more of those long positions that they've been holding throughout here. Okay, so the data is supporting that. Now we go over to the US dollar. What do we see with the US dollar? We see longs decreasing and shorts decreasing. We're not seeing much in terms of any strong direction that the institutions are going to be taken based on positioning, and that's okay, because we're not focusing on getting any real sense of market direction by looking at the US dollar. We have many other pairs that are doing that for us. So in terms of what we see here, the institutions are ready to take this higher. And that's the direction that we've known for quite some time that price was going to head towards. I mean, when price was coming down here, I had this note on my chart that a reversal was going to take place from here. Yes, we fell short, but now you're seeing that reversal taking place. Okay, so very aggressive with longs, net positions in the positive, shorts are cooled off, longs are somewhat aggressive, but there's room to add to them. So we could just see a move like that take place on the dollar. Okay, now let's go over to the Aussie. Now the Aussie, back here, we knew profit taking was going to take place down here. Okay, we've been talking about that for many weeks now. Profit taking causing price to move up, and that's exactly what we saw take place. This area is demand, so we are expecting this to be taken out and a push lower. Why is that? Because we have higher time frame forces pushing down here on the monthly chart. Okay, so with higher time frame forces pushing down on the monthly chart, we know that they were aggressively short. They took profits on those shorts. Longs were pretty high up there at about 50,000. They've since been dropping to about 17,000. So now they can start accumulating more of a short position to continue price to the downside. Okay, USDCAD, what do we see? Push, 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 push up. Very, very strong. Okay, as this push is taking place, actually right before the push took place, we see them increasing shorts from 41,000 to 51,000. They also increased longs from 53 to 59. So what's with the big increase in shorts? Well, we have a weekly area of supply just up ahead, so we could see a push to the downside. If US dollar weakness really comes through in the next couple weeks, then there's a good chance we see a big reaction from this weekly area of supply, nested high within this monthly area of supply here. If that doesn't take place, then expect this to get taken out and a push even higher. Okay. Looking at the data, coloration of the cells somewhat neutral, so no real strong direction is being shown to us right now. As for the US Swiss franc, we see a big discrepancy in positions here. Okay, so we see positions here of 35,000 down to 31, so closing long positions as price was rallying up, and a big drop in shorts from 16,000 to 8,000. Okay, now I've covered the reasons why this could possibly be taking place in the Araujo report, so I would encourage students to take a look at that report and read what I wrote there. Okay, as for looking at signs of what the institutions are doing, we'd have to exclude this data and just look at what's been forming here over time. Okay, and what we can see is longs are getting aggressive. They used to be very aggressive here back in August, okay, and then they became less so, and then again starting to build again, and shorts are becoming cooled off like they used to before. So they could be in preparation for a big move like that, or we could see a move lower where they will build even a stronger long position from. So either way, I'm prepared for that move to the upside. Alright, so if you look at the Euro US dollar, not much in terms of what the institutions are going to do with price, because again, just like the dollar, they're prepared for a push lower, and that's what we are planning for and prepared for. I'm already positioned for that move to take place. If you take a look here, you can see the coloration of the cells somewhat neutral. Okay, so even though net positions are negative, sentiment is neutral because of what we're seeing here and because of what they've been doing with the positions lately. So Not much in terms of getting an indication as to what they are doing. We take a look at the pound, we see a big drop here, 47,000 to 29,000, small decrease in shorts. Bottom line is, if you take a look at currently what they were doing, where the sentiment was with their overall positioning, it's neutral. Okay, and good thing, because we're stuck between weekly demand and weekly supply. So which direction is going to take? Is it going to go higher, lower? We don't know. I think over time we're going to start seeing a push even lower based on what we're seeing with the technicals. Okay, now we go on to the US dollar Japanese yen. We see that drop that we've been expecting. Okay, I spoke about this in the last few weeks videos, where positions are such that we'd expect a push downwards. Okay, so we can see longs dropping from 123 to 129 as price was rallying up here, and a slight increase in shorts. Bottom line is, shorts are cooled off, longs are aggressive, and we're still very high up there when it comes to long exposure. Okay, we are sitting down demand, so we could see a move like this start to form. Alright, let's go over to the Kiwi dollar. Now we see long slightly decreasing, big drop in shorts. Again, we can't take this data too seriously, so we have to look at what has been happening leading up towards it. Shorts are aggressive, longs are, well, becoming aggressive, but still in the cooled off territory, and sentiment is bearish. Okay, we are reacting from higher time frame 20 EMA. We're seeing a push lower. It's going to come into contact with this weekly demand, nothing to stop it, and it's either from here we see a rally up or it get taken out and a move much lower. I suspect that we're going to get a move much lower, and the position sizing will reflect that in the weeks to come. I mean, they are already short. Okay, they're already aggressively short. What we're going to see in the next few weeks will tell us exactly why there was a big decrease here. But I believe what they're going to start doing is accumulating a very strong short position once again for a push to the downside. Alright, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's your CFTC report for December 18th. Once again, Merry Christmas. All the best from my family to yours. Hope you are having fun out there with your family. Be safe. Enjoy your time. And we'll see you very soon. Take care.